Welcome back to the special discussion, Bengaluru Space Kids. In fact, if you wanted to talk to the Space Kids of Bengaluru, you can call us on the numbers that are flashing on the screen. If you can't call us, you can also send in an SMS and congratulate them. Now, before we went head into the break, we were speaking to Amita, who's you're the principal of the Kiarpuram branch. Now, I was asking you, how did you manage? Because it's exam time. December they started. They need to also concentrate on their studies. How did you all manage that?
Okay, first of
and
all,
that also there are two schools involved.
Yes,
here.
exactly. Okay. First of all, by looking at the exam point of view, we made flexible timetable where they could balance both academic as well as this project work. Okay, since we are having even these two people are the representative of the group, we are having a big group. So we divided that group into 3 to 4 parts, where children, those are really good in literary. Okay, so that content part, designing the content part was given to those children. Okay, those are good in art and all. So as you asked him, okay, how did you get that 2D,
yes,
even 2D design? So we have even children, okay, those who can create that 2D design. So like that, the work was distributed among the students, and whole group as a team, they have worked on it. And ultimately they have come with, there was a continuous thinking and guidance from our higher authorities, and as I told, as ma'am has already explained about a resource team, and under the guidance of those team members, okay, our children, they just managed to.
But how did you all manage? Because see, you need to do all these things,
yeah,
but still they also cannot forget their exams, because one of them over here was in the 10th standard.
Yes.
So how did you all do that?
Yeah, I can tell you that by November we had completed our academics for class 10th, and December, in fact, I felt December was the right time to choose this project, though generally when we had the orientations, parents were a little apprehensive that are we not at the wrong time towards the end. But I felt that December was the right choice. The one reason was December we had completed the portions for class 10, and they had pre-finals starting with, followed by the vacation, the winter break. And in the month of Jan, again we had a break in our schools for this Sankranti, Pongal. Okay. So it was not a hectic time, because it was not regular class, it was more of preparation. So, and when we discussed the students, among the students, what Ayush has done, he said that I had to just sacrifice my, extracurricular for a period of almost, you can say, 85 days. And I believe he has done his exams pretty well too. Okay, and yes, he's the 10th standard. Yes. So this team was 2 students, one from 10th and the other boy supporting was from 9th. So Jyoti Kishore also played a key role in supporting and complementing Ayush.
Okay,
so
we have Kishore with us. He was not here during the first session. Welcome to the special discussion, Kishore. I'm going to go to Kishore now. Kishore, we were talking before this discussion, and you said that you all have actually got the 2nd and the 3rd and an honorary prize. And I asked you the number of students involved, and you said that there are about 4,000 from various continents. How does it feel, or how did it feel when you got to know that you are there, one among the top?
Yeah, the first time the results were announced on March 22nd and 23rd. Mm-hmm. Frankly speaking, he was my partner. He called me up and he said, first time I didn't believe him, because simply 85 days of hard work. It was unbelievable actually, because come on, think of yourself, like you win a project and you're doing it for the first time, and you're winning at the international level, and that too at the time of examinations, and you're working hard and you put your 100%, you put your heart and soul into it. That's just a great feeling, I say.
Did you all expect it?
In that, I think this team, Nia Zoe, they had pretty good expectation, because they were being complimented.
Because the competition is huge. You're talking about not just...
True.
No, so when you're saying from Bengaluru, were there other teams from India as well?
Yes.
So you're talking about India, then you're talking about countries such as the US, UK, everyone.
Yes. The reason is here the mentors, in fact, Mr. Raghunath, the physics teacher, and one of his good friend, Mr. Ramesh, and of course, Mr. Ramana. So there was a support. It was a good support, and they were a good mentor to this team. And once the project was completed, there was a bit of, hope.
All right. Now, you told me that you all are planning to head to the US. When is that?
We'll be heading to the US for the conference, which is held from May 14 to 18.
Okay.
It's held in California, LA. and it's the ISDC, International Space Development Conference, and it deals with mainly space settlements and competitions similar to this. And people from almost all over the world who have taken part in this contest assemble there, and we get our prizes also there.
Nice. All right, Pratik, I'm going to start with you. Now, the principals have stated that you all were selected because you liked this. Now, from you all, I want to know, one at a time, why did you actually decide to take this up?
We were very interested, first of all, in this, and we also got...
Why were you interested in it? What gave you that spark?
It was maybe the institution, or it might be the friends, and it might be the books we read or the knowledge we gain. Everything interested me, and everything showed me that this was a very good opportunity for me. And so I thought if we took up this opportunity, we might succeed in this. Okay. So I took up this.
Abhishek, when you heard the name NASA, did that interest you the most?
Yeah, since I was a little kid, I was interested in aeronautics and the other fields. So when I joined Chaitanya and I got to know that there is NASA, I was really excited about it. So I enrolled my name in the list and started working on the project. And because of our hard work, we are here now.
Awesome. Tejas?
Actually, I was very passionate of astrophysics. Actually, to say that I got the name, I gained the information from our Ramana sir, and I was very interested in this. I immediately enrolled my name in this project, and I started working on this.
All right. What got you interested into this?
Well, from when I was a small kid, I was always passionate about space.
So basically, all of you love anything to do and everything to do with space. Fantastic. Yeah, go on.
So we all love space, and we thought, what would happen to us if our home Earth is no longer capable of hosting such an enormous population? So it's just like normal ideas just pop up into your mind when you think what's going to happen to Earth when you don't have any Earth and you're going to be somewhere else.
Didn't it come across your mind that this is going to be tough?
Well, it was tough because we had our examinations also, and we had to
apart
prepare.
From the examinations, working on this, because you had to come out with something, you knew you were competing with students around the world.
Well, hard work brings success, so we put on lots of teamwork for this. I thank everyone who helped us here. We had 14 members in our team, and we tried our best to bring our school a very good name.
Fantastic. In fact, we have a caller from all the way from Tumkur, Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar, go ahead.
Yeah, it's a fantastic thing done by the students, because I used to see my daughter is studying the 7th standard in Sri Chaitanya Techno School in Tumkur. So because they will be having a busy schedules along with studying about the curriculum itself, along with this they have made a wonderful thing. So this is appreciable thing that is made by these students. So I congratulate them, and I request the management to extend the same thing to the Sri Chaitanya Techno School or other branches also, because they were not aware of these kind of things in the rural branches like Tumkur. So I was very interested in participating, my kid to participate in these kinds of things. So I request the management and the other guys to make these kinds of opportunities to available to all the students of the Sri Chaitanya. I really congratulate these students, because I used to see my kid, she was very busy with preparing the things for the examinations and all those things. They made this thing to happen along with their curriculum. I really congratulate them. So thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chandrasekhar. Don't you see this difference? Because I remember when we were in school, we didn't have these opportunities. We did have certain competitions which were between schools in the district or maximum in your own city, but nothing like this, no international exposure.
See, I would say that it's not extended to the rural, because Chaitanya across it's happening, and it's not that it was restricted only to 3 schools. We had bagged 10 prizes in Andhra Pradesh, Chaitanya schools in Andhra, along with the 3 in Karnataka. So definitely, as was shared with us, the next academic year, the next time in 2014-15, that is 15, we would definitely have more competitions among our sister concerns, and we would definitely do it. But then I would say that is what I would like to definitely talk about the institution, that is Chaitanya. They guide us, and they are well focused. And in this context, I would like to share about Dr. B.S. Rao, our chairman sir, and Director Sima Bopana. Ma'am, both of them, they have a vision. They are very focused, and that is what our curriculum and academic is all about to do with.
What do you have to say about these opportunities? Because none of us had that earlier when we were growing up. But now the new age schools all give something different.
It's a kind of preparation for them to face the competitions, whatever they are going to face in the future. So this is just a motivation and kind of preparation for those kind of competition. We never thought, when we were studying, we never thought about it. Maybe we did not get this proper guidance, and maybe I can say I did not get admitted into such a school, Sri Chaitanya Techno School, where they are focusing more on such a kind of activities and such a kind of contest. Okay, so I'm in fact, okay, it was a past, but still I'm very lucky to be a part of this institution. All so right. Because of that, just I'm here.
Kishore, I'm going to come back to you. You took this up based on what? Because everyone likes space. What do you plan to do? Because you said that you want to do something. You want to head out of the country.
First, to start off with my case, I really don't want to become an astrophysicist or an astronaut, as everyone was saying. I just want to become a theoretical quantum physicist. And to deal with that subject, you need more exposure. That's because, that single subject doesn't involve just the things what you find around you. It also involves the things which you cannot see or simply which you cannot observe. So I feel this was one of my pedestals because the exposure that I get and the experience that I get, especially because I'm gonna go meet many of the scientists which I've only read on the books or even seen on the televisions. So it's been my pedestal, as I said. And you asked about heading out of the country. That's because I'm really fascinated about the CERN institution that's established in Switzerland, Geneva. I read about the Higgs boson and their findings about the World Wide Web, the Higgs boson, as I said, and many other fundamental particles. And as I'm interested about the quantum mechanics and the quantum physics, that would be my destination for my life, and that's my aim. I say that.
All right. Now, Ayush, when working on this particular project, I'm going to come back to this. Apart from your mentors and learning about 2D and 3D tools, what all did you all do to get more information to make your project the best?
We refer to many books, and we also refer to many sci-fi movies and tried making...
Sci-fi movies, why?
Some things in sci-fi movies are actually possible with the advancement of technology, but people don't see deep in it. They just tell it's movies and it is...
Give us an example.
Like example, the parking system in the private homes in our space settlement, it's taken from the movie iRobot. People would have thought it's just sci-fi and you cannot do it, but using magnetic levitation it is surely possible, and we have proved it by putting it in our project, and it was qualified by the NASA judges who have judged our project.
Right, now it's getting more interesting. I want to know something about this project. Now, what all was there in it? How many people could stay in it? Could you just give us that overview?
Our space settlement Astreus has can have 35,000
people. Okay, we had 3 space settlements over here, right?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. We'll start with yours, yeah.
Yeah, so our space settlement's name is Astreus, and we can have 35,000 people living in there. So 30,000 for present and 5,000 additional population.
Okay.
And their project is called...
tell me about yours, yeah.
So our project, we have 3 Argos, 3 toroidal structures. And the middle one, that is the Argo 2, we can have 35,000 population there. And the Argo 1, which is the uppermost one, we can have agriculture and animal husbandry practice there.
Animal husbandry, also, okay.
So in the Argo 3, the lower one, the lower toroidal structure, we have industries and factories for producing the day-to-day needs for the people who are going to stay in the space settlement. And we have 4 sub-Argos. 4 small toroidal structures on either sides. So Subargo 1 is going to have the Astreus waste management unit, and the Subargo 2 is going to have a electricity production plant. Subargo 3 is going to have the entertainment facilities for the people, and Subargo 4 is going to have the docking section.
Okay, now what all you did there, did you have to also explain how it functions? Or no, you just had to say, okay, we have a waste management system over here, we have the electricity generation system in this place. Did you have to explain how each is interconnected?
Yeah, we had to explain each and everything to get to the top of the list. So we explained we explained all the ideas, like how it's going to work and the main reason we're putting it there, everything.
So this is completely in depth. They had to look into A to Z.
It's like they have to cover all discipline. So it's real hard work.
No, because when she said that, in all these different sub-argos, if I'm right, they have the electricity system, they have this. So because getting an idea, dreaming about, okay, let's place this here, place that here, doesn't make sense, because they have to explain how each will be connected, how each will function.
Believe it, it's like economy, hospital, school, education, industry, mining, everything was covered.
It's like a blueprint for a complete settlement. And in the settlement, it's the blueprint that we have given, it's like from those settlement, the basics.
Can you, use
from
that,
the basics of construction to the extent of any catastrophe itself striking the space.
What was your project? Explain your project.
Our project was Niazoe. It was mentored by Mr. Ramesh Reddy, the founder of D-Cube Space, which deals mainly with higher space studies for the schools in India. He helped us out, and our project can, in our settlement, we can have 150 million people. Our project is a huge settlement, and in our project it's like we have even dealt about
15 lakh people. 1,50,000.
Yeah, 15 crores.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's like we have not only dealt about the good stuff, we even have dealt and spoken about what happens if a catastrophe strikes our settlement. We have even dealt with the evacuation and how it's going to be protected by using MMOD shields and robotic ray guns to deviate the disaster, and that's how we have done it. And first thing that strikes anyone's mind when we talk about space and living in space is water and oxygen. We make water through the sub products mined in the luna's surface. We get hydrogen and oxygen, combine them and make water, and we have used a weather system which will also stimulate exactly like the weather conditions on Earth.
Fantastic. I'm going to come back to your project, but we have a Bengalurian from Frasertown, Rashmi.
Yes, hello.
Yeah, Rashmi, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you to put me online. And I would first want to congratulate all the students of Sri Chaitanya for this great achievement and making a good name for Bengaluru, and of course for themselves too. I'm a parent of a student who studies in the Ramanurthy Raga branch, Harun's mother, Rishabh's mother, and so I am more proud that one of their classmates is also over there. So I would like to congratulate the teams and the support that Sri Chaitanya School has given to the students so that they have achieved this. And definitely I would like to, I think this would be, like a starting point for these young scientists for thinking beyond Earth and maybe making a settlement for us and the next generations, I guess.
All right. Thank you, Rashmi, for all that. Now, coming back to you all, what about your project?
Project name is Kalpavruksha. Actually, Kalpavruksha means it's a mythical tree, and it provided its owner with everything what they wished for. In a similar way, our space settlement is going to provide the people in the space settlers with everything they wished for, and it will also protect them.
How many were there? I mean, your project the number of people in
it could accommodate 45,000 residents and 5,000 extra residents. It may be business travelers from Earth, or it may be the extra population growth. And I like to say about my Kalpavruksha, it has a very excellent structural engineering, and it is built in such a way it is symmetrical. That is, the left side of the space settlement is exactly as its right side. So by that way it will also maintain its stability, and many students and the space settlers especially, and children especially, for their recreation we have also arranged a zero-G recreation amusement park where they can enjoy the space life. They can swim in air, they can float in air, and many such things are possible there. That's why science is never fiction. Science is not fiction. Everything is possible in science. So we took up these ideas from various movies, books, and we also referred to internet, and many people, our parents, everyone gave us various ideas. We clubbed all the ideas and we made it into shape. Like for example, we know agriculture as it is on earth. It is just growing plants using soil. But there we are going to dissolve the nutrients in water and grow all types of crops using water itself and without the need of any soil.
All right. So yours was for about 35,000 people, yours is for 45,000, yours is for about 1.5 million. Awesome. In fact, we'll now have to slip into a short break, but on the other side, we will continue with the special discussion.